Hello everyone and welcome back to ThriftyDadCreations. Today we are going to be going over how to install your new Ring doorbell. Alright, let's get started. Alright, the first thing we need to do is download the Ring app. And they give you this little card and a code to scan to complete the setup. Let's go ahead and do that and download the app. Alright, so you're gonna have your setup button and your charging port. Be sure to use that charging port, otherwise you won't be able to set up. Mine is completely dead, as you can see when I got it, so. We just follow the instructions in the app. It seems pretty straightforward. Alright, so when mine came it wasn't charged at all. No spinning light, so we're just gonna let it sit here and charge for a little bit. Alright, we're gonna be installing the back plate while that finishes charging. We've got 4 screw holes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these 2 little marks here are what the old doorbell's wires are gonna go into. If you have a digital doorbell, then you're gonna use the diode that came with it. But if you've got an old just, ding-dong doorbell, just a regular doorbell, they're just going to connect directly to these 2. And it doesn't really matter which way they go. It's still going to complete the circuit and work just fine. All right, let's take this old one off. There we've got the old doorbell off and we've got the 2 wires exposed, so now we can hook them up to the new doorbell. Just gonna loosen these screws. I've got these 2 loosened. Just gonna hook the wires onto it, run them through the hole it's got here. We want it to go. We're going to position this approximately where we want it to sit, and then hook the wires up. So you've got the wires looped around the screw, go ahead and tighten them in. Be careful not to tighten them too tight. You want them to be basically just finger tight. Just like that, got them in there. Now we can mark and drill our holes. All right, so we're gonna take the little level that they gave us, just clip it in between your little slots there. Make sure it's level and where you're gonna want it. I think right about there is where we want this to go. Mark our holes. All right. Now, depending on what kind of siding you have is how you're going to do this. I've got this vinyl siding over wood, so I'm just going to drill directly into that and it should hold just fine. If you've got plaster or concrete or something like that, you're going to want to drill holes and then hammer these little things into it and then use these to drill into. So that's something you have to be careful of when screwing. You don't want to go down too tight. These screws have these little bitty rings on them, see? That's to prevent like moisture and things like that from getting inside to the electronic parts of your device and just helps it seal a little better. But if you screw down too hard, it's just going to pop right off like that. Right, so we've got that screwed in, level and straight. Now we just need to wait for the doorbell to finish charging up, and we'll get it hooked on there. Alright, it looks like charging is just about done. So let's go ahead and take this and hook it up. Alright, let's slide it on there. Make sure it gets a good seal and it's down all the way around. Alright, there we go. Now is where those two little screws that they gave you. See, they've got a special screw head on them, which uses the special ring screwdriver to hook in. That's to keep anyone from just grabbing your doorbell and taking it off and removing your security. These screws go in the bottom here. Just screw right in, that locks it in. Second screw. Alright, and that's it. Your doorbell is now finished installing.
Buga buga buga.